had all of my teeth removed at the age of 30. So let's talk about why that was the best decision for me. So if you're new here and you want to know how I lost my teeth, I have a highlight at the top of my page that says my story. We're not going to get into that full story right now, but if you want to know, it's there. So years before I got all of my teeth pulled, I was in constant tooth pain. It had gotten to the point where like I was in pain every single day, crying every single night, crying myself to sleep. And before that, like the years before it had gotten that bad, it had gotten to where I was having to have extractions, like every few months. And it was miserable. I couldn't really eat anything that I wanted to. Hard things, crunchy things would be so painful to eat. Anything that was too cold or too hot was way too painful to eat. And it was miserable. I had consults and meetings with a bunch of different dentists, which left me traumatized, I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, some dentists can be really judgmental. You would think people that work in the dental field would know that there's several other reasons why people can lose their teeth, but I guess some of them just love to assume like everybody else. So after having consults with all these different dentists, and many of them saying the same thing, I knew that I was going to need root canals on every single one of my teeth. And if I went down that route, it would take thousands of dollars, and multiple dentists told me that I could be in the same boat within a few years. None of that may even work. I may spend all that money, go through all of that pain of multiple root canals, and my teeth will be back in the same spot. So I weighed my options, and instead of going through all of that pain and all of that money that may have just been thrown down the drain, I decided to look into getting extractions and dentures done. Now, thankfully, my insurance in Florida covered getting all of my extractions done and dentures. So that's why I decided to go ahead and go and get that done first, because it was all covered. And as much of a struggle that dentures were, honestly, I would definitely go back and do that decision again. Even if I had to be toothless, even if I couldn't get dental implants or have dentures, I would do anything to get out of that constant pain. Anything. So I'm sharing my experience with you all for if you're on the fence about getting major teeth work done, like getting extractions for dentures or getting dental implants or anything like that, to not be afraid of the process. It's terrifying to go through at first. It's a major transformation that you're going to go through, and it is nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. But it's also life-changing, and getting out of that constant pain and tooth infections is freeing. Like, I can eat anything I want to now. I don't have to worry about like that hot cold pain or just any tooth pain, really. It's except phantom pains. I do still get phantom pains sometimes. But just in general, I don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff. I don't have to worry about if an infection is going to travel up to my brain and just end me. As a mom, that was a definite fear of mine, okay? But now I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and I love my smile. I loved my smile in dentures. I love my smile with dental implants, and I feel like my life has been given back to me. So, like I said, if you're on the fence about getting this done, I know it can be scary, but it can be life-changing. So I hope you make the steps to get it done.